Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be tier listing or tiering all 61 SCR stations. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off with Airport Central. First we'll go over our tiers. So we have amazing, good, meh, not the best, bad, and then must be refurbished. Airport Central. Definitely not amazing. It's pretty lacking in all detail whatsoever. That top bridge area that just has nothing in it. I'd say it's a mess station. I just feel like they were trying to cram way too much into it and focused on quantity, not quality. So, yeah, it's not the best. Angel Pass. I actually quite like Angel Pass. I'd say it's good. Has pretty nice scenery around it. Not that I, use Angel Pass all the time, but I'd say that they did, for, a station, because it's a smaller station, they spent a bit more time on it. The bridge looks really nice. I do really enjoy the platform looking, and then also just, all of the scenery around it. Airport West. It's just a mess station. It's kind of, I don't know. It's good. It's like Layton City, but except smaller and more claustrophobic, which I don't really like. So I'm gonna put it in meh. But it does look really modern. Ashland Park. Not the best. Has zero scenery. It would have been bad, but it has staggered platforms, which makes it a lot cooler. So, yeah, no, it's not the best. It needs more scenery. But I hope when it does get redone, that it gets staggered platforms again. This would be Benton Bridge. Good station. Nice scenery. I wouldn't say it's amazing, over the top and all of the stuff, but it's a good station. I did the same with Beachley. It has, actually, I'd put Beachley in amazing, because it not that I have anything with Beachley, it's not, I don't particularly enjoy it, but I just find, how the station is done, and, the scenery around it and stuff, just makes it look so much better. The only thing is that kind of those junctions heading up to the station are really bad. Okay, I swear I saw Benton twice, but I'm not sure if that's just me. No, okay, Benton, amazing. Scenery, 100% awesome. They spent a lot of work on they spent a lot of time on the station upgrading it from what it was before. And it just looks so much better now. Just the amount of detail that they put in that they didn't have to just made it look like a giant hub, which it is. And that's why it's amazing. It's also my favorite station, so kind of biased. Barely amazing, don't have to say anything about it, just cool. I mean, to be honest, I have to put it in amazing or else I'm gonna get fined by Dweller Plays, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's a nice station. They did put a bit of work into it, but some places are just kind of bare. But it does have really nice scenery, and I do really enjoy it. I would say it's amazing even without it being the most pog station on the SCR network. Bowden, good. I don't know, just Bowden. To be honest, all of the 1.7 stations are just good. They're, except for when they go, over the top in goodness, but they're just good. Bewley Park, good. Has some nice scenery. Still connected to Whitney Green, which is nice. I like the curved platforms, and yeah. What is this? City Hospital? Yeah, looks like it. Because these are not in order in any way. I don't know who did this. Oh, I think they put it in order from, like, alphabetically, which is not what they should have done. Because you got, like, Airport, Central, and then, yeah, that's okay. City Hospital's meh. The scenery around it is really nice, like, really nice. Lots of detail. But the station itself is really simple and basic and bare. And I don't really like it. Connolly, nice station. It's not the best. Not really much scenery. There's a random third platform there that is like a third track there that you can't even use. Like, that should be a siding. That should be a spawning spot. But, I don't know. I don't really like it. Cool station. Not good, though. Coxley. 1.6 stations. Meh. I don't know. I just don't really like Coxley. I feel like when it came out in 1.6, it was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But it's like, it still looks really nice, but I just don't really like it. Cambridge Street Parkway is just bad. The platforms are really hard to, like, navigate. Like, really small, and I don't like it at all. So, yeah. East Barreley. I'd say it's good. Like, it's a really good station. Really solid. I like how it's, like, in a ditch, kind of. I really like that, like, kind of feeling. The platforms look really nice, and the ramps, too. I like how they included ramps. It's quite unfortunate that they didn't keep the level crossing. That would have made it amazing, but win some, lose some. Edgemead, amazing. I mean, you're welcome, Cash and Dweller. Haha. But it's just a good station in general. Actually, no, I'm putting it in good. The scenery is just garbage, okay? I'll put up a thing of me panning around. It's like 3 houses, and that's the entire station. That's just not good. So, it's a nice station, but the scenery bumps it down. Ellesmere Junction. I'd say it's bad. Cambridge Street Parkway needs to be refurbished. Like, Ellesmere Junction is still from 1.0. So, like, it needs to be refurbished. But I can live with it for a bit longer, because I don't really use it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in must be refurbished. What is this? Ellesmere Pond. Yeah, it's meh. They made the pond smaller. Like, it's just, like, kind of average. Like, it is a 1.7 station, which means it's, like, really nice. But it's just kind of meh. I don't really like it. They could have done a bit of a better job. Sorry, it's, like, 9 o'clock in the morning. Eaton Key. Really nice scenery. I'd say it's an amazing station. The station itself is really tiny and needs to be reworked, but the scenery around it makes it just awesome. And it's also not a new station. Like, this is like, I don't know if it has been refurbished since, like, 1.0. Maybe the scenery was, but, like, it still holds up really well. Famir. Was it even refurbished? No, it wasn't refurbished. It's probably going to be in the next update. I'd say it's not the best. Just kind of like, basically the entire scenery is just copy and pasted trees the entire time with a couple houses. The station's kind of nice. Really hard to stop at because it comes out of nowhere. I do enjoy the 4 tracks, but I don't really like it. Financial Quarter, meh. Has nice scenery. It's basically City Hospital. but except with a bit of a building. Financial Quarter is actually the first place that I went when I recorded my first SCR video. That's where I started. This is pretty cool. Greenslade, good. It's just good. May I say more? Like it. Scenery, station. I like the island platform. That's really nice. Hampden Park. Good. Like, to be honest, most of these stations are just good. But, yeah, Hampden Park, like, the only problem I have with it is that you can just walk in without having to go through ticket barriers. So that doesn't really make sense. I feel like it's a bit small for having a giant, like, is it a soccer stadium or no, it can't be. I have no idea what it is. But yeah. It's a bit small for having a giant sports complex or sportsplex around it. I don't really like how it's not big enough to support 5 cars, but to be honest, details. But it does look really nice. You can also jump through the roof sometimes. I've done that before. Hampton Target. I think it's amazing. Like, it looks phenomenal, and also the sidings, like, just beyond it makes it look so much better. Just the way that the station is built just looks really nice. I don't know what to say about it. It's just a good station, like an amazing station. Hot and Rake. That's meh. It's basically just a whole bunch of trees with some platforms that don't look very, like, well worked on. It's kind of meh. High Street. Same thing. It's just kind of there. It does look much better than it did before. Before it looked like it should be abandoned, but nah. James Street, bad. I can live with it because nobody really uses it. It's gonna be refurbished for 1.8, but it doesn't need to be refurbished. Well, it does, but it really doesn't, because nobody goes there, but they are going to, because they're going to make the new extension. Like, nobody goes there, so it doesn't need to be refurbished, but it's just not good at all. Just, like, buildings, it's in a trench, and it has no scenery whatsoever. Lynn by the Sea, amazing, might I say more. Like, when I saw Lynn by the Sea in 1.7.2, I'm like, oh my god, they changed this a lot. The lounge looks amazing. Then it has a staff mess hall. Or like a staff, like, room, kind of. That looks really nice. And then they included supervisor and manager offices. Very awesome. Platform 0. Third station with the Platform 0. It's just really nice, and the scenery around it just makes it so much better. I think this is Faraday Road. So Faraday Road, I'd say good. It has a couple platforms, and I really do like how the depot trains come out to a separate platform, so that they don't interfere with the main line before they leave the station. But it's just nice. It has some nice scenery around it. Layton City. Amazing. Just how modern it feels. It could use a bit more scenery on the outside, but it's really nice. I really enjoy that station. Layton Stepford Road. Must be reversed. It looks horrible. Like, genuinely horrible. It looks like High Street, but except even worse. Like old High Street. Platform 5, way too skinny. I feel like they've like widened it. That would have taken a long time. But platform 5, way too thin. It's like brown, so it just doesn't look good. This is like a 1.0 station, and it hasn't been refurbished yet, and it needs to be very much. Mill Castle, pretty nice, good. Don't really care about it because nobody uses it. Should have express stopping there because it has the platforms to handle that. Not that express really needs to stop there. I feel like express could stop at Mill Castle Racecourse, but it's just a really nice station. I like the mood that it gives out, and yeah. Mill Castle Racecourse, good. Same thing. I do like the giant horse race course around it. What is this? Morganstown Docks must be refurbished. It looks like the old High Street. Again, it looks like LSR, but except with no roof. And it's just like copy and pasted platforms there. Like, it just doesn't look good at all. It needs to be refurbished. Morganstown, on the other hand, is good. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I feel like it's just too big. Like, the roof just goes way too big. I feel like for the amount of space that it has, it just feels way too open and too modern, and I'm not a huge fan of Morganstown, but it does look really good. Newry, not the best. The station itself is pretty bad. The scenery around it's okay, but the station is just really bad. What's next? New Harrow. I'd say it's meh. It just has so much going on around it. Like, it has a giant viaduct going over the top. So, that, like... I don't really like it at all. North Shore, it really needs to be refurbished. I don't like it. It just looks way too open. Like it just feels too big for what it's meant to do. It looks nice. Like, it's not like needs to be refurbished like all of the other three, as in they're just like not usable. I just don't really enjoy it. I'll put it in bad. It doesn't need to be refurbished. Or not the best. It doesn't need to be refurbished, but it should be. And it probably will be. A bit. In the new update. Because I think they're doing the Lynn branch in the new update. Port Benton. I'd say it's bad. It doesn't need to be refurbished. Like, it looks pretty nice for what it's meant to be. Like, it looks kind of like old and run down, and I really like that feeling. But like but it's not like Morganstown Docks, which feels like really abandoned, which should be redone. But this one, Port Benton, feels really nice, and I really like it. I don't really like it, but it's just not a very good station. But it does give a pretty good feel. Rocket Parade. Well, to be honest, I want to put it in amazing because it's gonna look amazing, but I can't because I'm judging off of 1.7.3/4 right now. I might redo this video for when the new update comes out and just like re-tier all of the old state, all of the refurbished stations. But I'm gonna put it in meh. Like, it looks like it had a bit of effort put into it, but it's like really close to LSR. And it's just basically meant to be a statue of Bantek for the most part. Because Rocket Parade, Bantek's studying to be a rocket scientist, blah blah blah, yeah. Airport Parkway needs to be refurbished. No, not really. It's just not the best. It's like a nice station, but the scenery around it just needs to be redone. I'd say they could keep the station, maybe like condensed a bit, because right now it's just like very chaotic, I'd say, with all of the tracks going all around. And it has no real patterns in terms of, like, it does, but it just doesn't really make sense where the trains go. Stanford Central. I know you guys want me to put it amazing, or you all want to put me, whatever. But I'm gonna put it in good. I feel like they overdid it when they redid it, and it just has way too many, like, things in it. Like, it has 5 entrances, but it's just like the amount of detail that they put in was just phenomenal. But I just feel like there's too much. I don't know why there's a map here. This is meant to be highlighting something. I can't even see. I'm just going to skip that for now. Stanford East. Bad. Needs to be refurbished. It's been the same since 1.1. Like, it's not that it can't be good. It doesn't... Like, it looks modern. It's just that it just doesn't feel like it works anymore. It should be refurbished. It doesn't look bad, but I just don't like it. That's probably going to be controversial. St. Helens Bridge, I'd say the same. With, like, it's old, and it just needs to be redone. It just doesn't look good at all. I mean, it does, but the platforms need an entire rework. Just tear it down and start again. Starry Lock. Good. Not amazing. Good. It's solid. It has some nice scenery. It's small. It's not very much used, which is perfect for the type of station that it is. But I feel like what would be nice, but it would be really weird, is if the express platform was cut off and went another way, and then they, like, squished it down a bit, then it would look like it should be. Like, maybe even squish it down to one track. Like, have 3 tracks split off. And then, like, for the train stopping there, you could have, like, tracks split off, and then, yeah. Like, it's a very, like, unused station. I feel like it would be nice if it only had 2 tracks going through it. Then it would, like, look amazing. Upper Staplow, nice station. I'd say it's, like, kind of meh. The location, just like the scenery around it, it looks like they just took something and then copy and pasted it there and then didn't really care about the scenery around it. But Also, there's only one route that stops there, and I feel like there should be more. I'm surprised they didn't do that. So, yeah. Stepford Victoria. I don't like it. It just... Still, the terminating platform... the terminating platform. That, like, most of the trains stop at. Just doesn't... It just still looks really bad. And, like, this front part here, it's just... There's nothing here. Like, they could put shops in or something. Or maybe just not have a giant ramp. Stepford UFC. Amazing. Nice scenery. Looks really nice. I quite enjoy it. Should be more trains there. It's, like, really cheap. Like, a really cheap route. Terminal 1. I'm just gonna put both of the terminal. I'm just gonna put all the terminals that needs to be refurbished. Because they just need an entire rework. They just don't... Like, they look okay. Like, they look like they could just not be refurbished. But they just need, like, to be done again. Water Newton, I like it. It's quite a nice station. I'd say it's good. I just quite enjoy... Where did it go? There it is. I just feel like Express should stop there, maybe. Because there is platform... Like, or maybe Airlink. Airlink could stop there. Just because there's platforms that are unused. But I like the curve. And I like everything else about it. So, yeah, nice station. West Benton... Like, it looks old. I'd say it's not the best. Like, I know it's a nice station, but it just looks old, and it's too close to Benton, and it needs to be redone. So I'd just say it needs to be refurbished, but I really enjoy, like, where the station is and stuff. Okay. Cue the controversy. Wester Coast. And it looks amazing. It looks amazing, the new one. Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna put it in, like, good and amazing. But it, just the station, it looks so bare. So bare. It's just 2 platforms. They spent way more time on the scenery than they did the station. Like, it just... Ugh. I just don't like the station at all. I love the scenery around it, and I love the viaduct. Like, everything about the station except for the station is really nice, but the station is just bad. West Wyvern. Like, it could be refurbished, but it's still fine without it. I'd say just... meh. Has some nice scenery, but just doesn't really work well. Just like the platforms make no sense. Really. I mean, they do, but they don't. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Whitefield. It's an okay station. I'd say it's not the best. The platforms look kind of bad. Like, when they redid it in 1.6, they really didn't redo it at all. I don't like it. Must be first. Whitney Green. Platforms are tiny, like, thin. You can just barely stop a 3-car train there. The bridge looks garbage. And, yeah, it just needs to be redone immediately. Willow Field. I'd say it's good. I like how it's kind of like a smaller version of Stanford Central. They did, like, put a lot of work into it, I guess. He doesn't have that extra bit of detail that makes it amazing, but it's not bad. They didn't, like, over-detail or under-detail it, but it's not amazing and it's not bad. Whitefield Lido, I'd say it's meh. Just because the station's kind of bad. I feel like the station could be redone a bit. Just, like, the scenery, like, in the station. But it's not a bad station. Woodhead Lane. I'd say the same for Woodhead Lane. Just like the platforms could be redone a bit. But I do like the platforms. They do look very nice. And then the SCR map. Oh my goodness. Where should that go? Must be refurbished. In terms of the SCR map's actual, like, how it looks, to be honest, it needs to be refurbished. Because it's wrong. It's wrong. So the Morgantown branch goes down. It shouldn't. It should go across, and the Benton branch should go up. That's what the SCR map actually looks like. Yes. Like, come on. Like, this isn't... It's not close to correct. But I know... Like, they have to do this because they have to... They can't make the map way too big. And it would... The scaling would look horrible. But... And also... Greenslade, excuse me, what are you doing down there? Like... Greenslade is horizontal. It's not on an angle like that. Because it's perfectly in line with... Bewley Park, and... Because you don't turn when you leave Whitney Green. So I'd say, like, it kind of needs to be refurbished. But I understand why they don't do it. I don't know why I did that tangent. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. That's the, tier list that I've done. I assume, like, there could be a couple stations that you could move around if you want to. I'd say, like, this is just my opinion. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. But I'll see you all in the next video. Yeah. I guess. Bye!